If you're looking for a really easy solution to clean your wheels and tires, let me introduce you to the newest product from the Quivr lineup, Break. Now, Break is a non-acid, high alkaline, professional grade wheel and tire cleaner. Professional grade, guys. This thing is no joke. Coming in at a pH of between 12 and 13, depending on the batch, it is an absolute powerhouse and will completely dissolve all that built up contamination on the wheel, especially in those cases where, you know, it's an old wheel and stuff's been baking in there for years and years and years. This will get it out, and in many, many cases, and I'll show you guys one here very, very shortly on a car that's 14 years old, I can get it all cleaned up with zero agitation. Now, a quick disclaimer, with anything, with any powerful cleaner, whether it be acidic or alkaline, you always want to exercise a little bit of caution, right? So if you have any question or concern, do a small test spot on your wheel just to make sure that there's no reaction that's going to have anything, any spotting, fading, things like that. Now, I've tested this in a whole bunch of situations, and again, your standard silver alloy wheels, absolute home run. That's really that was my main goal with this product, because I come across that all the time within my business. And again, as a professional detailer, I need something that can get the job done quickly, efficiently, so I can get on and actually make money within the business. So now let's go ahead and talk about the dilution ratios of this product. So in certain situations, and again, I always talk about using the least aggressive method first to really try and, you know, get the most amount of work you can do done without going overboard, right? If you can get the job done using it 1 part product, 4 parts water, do that, right? Because you're gonna conserve the product, you're gonna get more life out of it, it's gonna cost you less per use. Now, I do state on here, you can use it on really heavily soiled wheels. Now, typically, when I say that, I'm referring to the silver alloy wheels, guys. That's where I like to use it, either straight or 1-to-1. Now, if I'm working on any sort of black wheel or anything like that, I always go 4-to-1. I like to dilute it down a bit because, from my experience, no matter what wheel cleaner you're using, a black wheel is always going to need agitation. So why not just let again, saving the product, getting the most value per use out of it, spray it on there, and then go in and agitate and rinse it away. Black wheels, like I said, I always have to do that anyway, so I don't need to waste the product by going straight or 1-to-1. And again, because it's a powerful cleaner, I don't want to introduce any issues down the road. So like I said, guys, for heavily soiled, straight or 1-to-1, 1 part product, 1 part water, so 50-50. Lightly soiled, things like that, advertise 1 part product, 4 parts water. And again, if you want to, you can go 1 part product, 10 parts water. It's a powerful cleaner. Even at that dilution, you're still gonna be getting a lot of work done. So with that said, let's go ahead and hop into the rest of the video now. I was working on a 2011 ML350 Mercedes for a client that was actually just getting ready to sell the vehicle. Now, you could tell this vehicle wasn't upkept super well, but it wasn't completely completely neglected either. The face of the wheel actually wasn't in bad condition, but the barrel behind it hadn't been touched in probably since the car was new. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into that. I'll show you a couple different use cases within that. I'll have it all timestamped down below so you guys can jump ahead if you'd like. And then we will also show it on a Lincoln Navigator wheel that has black in it as well, so we can show you the use case there.
All right, guys, so I'm working on a car here, and this is almost exactly what I created Break for. So if you look here, the face of the wheel is okay. It's not too bad. We got some buildup and stuff here. But if you look inside the barrel of the wheel, that is nasty, completely built up and not going anywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys exactly how to use it and the use case for it. Again, this is like the perfect prime candidate for it. Now there is some rust and stuff on the bolts. That's not gonna be addressed, but everything else will come out really nice. All right, guys, so in this case, again, Break is great because it's dilutable as well. In this case, because those are so bad, I'm gonna use this straight. Now, again, you want to be cautious on any uncoated wheels or even satin finish wheels and things like that. Again, this is like 90% of what I'm dealing with in my business. That's what I wanted this for. So we're gonna take this. You can pre-rut the wheel. In this case, it's morning, no heat to it. So we're just gonna go ahead and take it, spray it into the barrel, spray it onto the surface. Make sure to get all those areas down there. Okay. I like to, put the nozzle in on the spray pen so it actually gets behind there as well. Now we're gonna try and do this without any agitation so you guys can see what this is actually able to do. So there we go. Make sure you get every angle, and we're good to go. So we're gonna let that dwell a little bit. You don't wanna let it dry on the surface. That's number one. Do not let it dry on the surface, but you can let that dwell a little bit. As I'm waiting, I'll go ahead and come back here and add it to the back one. Now, another thing, guys, you can use this on wheels as well, which is also great. Now, again, it hasn't been dwelling very long, but we're gonna go ahead and take it, the pressure washer now, come back to this wheel. So if you look already, this spot is all good to go now. All that's been removed, right? Now we're gonna get into the barrel. See that? Hopefully you can see that. So it blasted it out here. I'm gonna try and show you guys right here. So there's a nice 50-50 of how it stripped that off completely. Super easy, no agitation. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the wheel. All right, guys, so just like that, super easy. Let me take you off the mount here. All right, so again, all that contamination that was there is gone. Inside the barrel is all clean, right? Maybe a couple little spots in here just because I didn't get the angle well enough. Or this spot in here, if you see there's little speckles here, that is just, you know, damage to the wheel over the years, especially if this has been sitting on there forever. But as far as the surface being clean, you can see I can get a little bit further back in there. But just exclusively with the pressure washer, no agitation, we were able to get an unreal result. Now, one thing you always want to note is you want to make sure and get that top section well as well, right? So the bottom of the barrel we can see is all good. Make sure you get down low and check that top area. Last thing you want to do is have the customer drive away, park it somewhere, and then that top spot's on the bottom and you miss something. So just make sure you get all that. If you want agitated with a brush is always a good idea. I'm just wanted to show in this case with brake, on this 2011 ML350, we didn't have to get an amazing result. We didn't even have to agitate. So that's brake. And just real quick, guys, I want to show you the difference. Again, this wheel, this is the other side. This is the passenger side wheel on the front. We worked on the driver's side. I'm gonna leave this stuff on here, right? Again, you can see this really dirty. And I'm just gonna rinse here. As you can see, it doesn't budge. That's where I rubbed with my finger, but otherwise the stuff does not budge. So no difference at all there. So you can see that the cleaner is actually doing all of the work. Now, if you look on this back wheel, there's actually water spots on here. So we'll see. Now, again, usually with water spots, you want to address it with an acid, so a really low pH. Brake is actually a high pH, it's an alkaline product. So we'll see if how bad these are. If they're really bad, we're gonna have to go to an acid. But other than that, I do want to show you the surface of the tire cleaning as well. Now, when I do a tire, you can see it's already starting to brown out. Okay, so it's already dissolving the dirt and contamination that's in the tire. However, I do recommend still agitating with a brush to get everything out. I like to do it lightly. If it's really bad, just do it lightly, or not touching it at all, because I don't want to overly work the tire if I don't have to. So, but yeah, look at all that browning coming out. All right, guys, so I just rinsed that side, but I saved this side so I could show you. Here we go. Look at that browning. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the wheel. Just wanted to show you guys that.
All right, guys, so here is my other vehicle that I'm going to be showcasing this product on. Again, this is a Lincoln Navigator, and as you can tell, this is a vehicle that I maintain weekly, and the wheels aren't bad on this, but I just wanted to show you a use case on the black. So as you can see, I've got a barrel blade here, got my pressure washer set up. I'm going to go ahead and pre-rinse the wheel. It's always a good idea, especially with the high, a really concentrated cleaner like this. You want to cool the surface of the wheel down. I actually don't mind it being diluted at all from that pre-rinse either. In this case, this is diluted down to 1 part product, 4 parts water. And as you can see, just getting my brushes all ready. I sprayed it on the wheel surface. I'm letting it dwell a little bit. And now I'm going to go ahead and go in and agitate the surface. It creates a good amount of slickness. As you can see, when you spray it on, it kind of not really foams up, not really jellifies, but it goes on and clings onto the surface really, really well. So I'm just gonna go work around, get all the areas of the wheel, and then we will go ahead and revisit that in a second. Okay, now that that's all done, all the agitation is done, I'm gonna go ahead and do my rinse now. Again, I'm just rinsing off the surface, making sure to get all the residue off, all the contamination, dirt, and all that kind of stuff has been broken down and agitated away with the brush. And now we're just rinsing it off to make sure we're not gonna leave any sort of residue behind, because on the black that shows always. So I wanna make sure to rinse this out really, really well. Now, another tip that I like to do on black wheel surfaces is I always follow it up with my Quivr hot coat. That's my ceramic detail spray. I'll usually just spray the face of the wheel with 1 spritz and then go in and dry it all out, and it comes out absolutely perfect. So as you can see, all the residue is all gone. We're gonna go ahead and let that dry now, and then here is the final result. Now, again, this is after applying a hot coat to it as well. But as you can see, the surface of the wheel is absolutely perfectly clean now, and looks fantastic. All right, guys, so there you have it, Quivr Break. Again, I always talk about using surfing terminology, because that's my whole background. I grew up surfing my entire life, had sponsors and stuff like that. Quivr is like a quiver of surfboards, and break, whatever local surf break you're going to go to. I thought it was a fun play on words, break, and also brakes on your car, right? And the contamination that comes from that. So that's it for today's video, guys. Head on over to thehouseofrags.com. They've got it available right now in both the gallon and 32-ounce size. Use code IMJOSHV for 10% off over there. I'll have it on my personal site and in my store here soon. It's being shipped to me right now, so I will have it as well. But head on over to the House of Rags. It's free shipping over 99 bucks. Go make use of that, and go get you some, guys. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Turn on that notification bell, and we'll see you guys on the next one.